with us as we continue to discuss Europe's defining crisis. We now move over to the United States, where President Donald Trump has said he has no direct message for the Russian president, adding that Putin knows where he stands. Trump warned that if he's unhappy with Putin's response, quote, "You'll see things happen." Trump is set to speak with the Ukrainian President Zelensky to discuss the ongoing conflict on Thursday. Speaking about the war, Trump expressed concern over the high death toll, noting that nearly 8,000 people, both Russian and Ukrainian soldiers, died last week. He said strong actions have been taken, but stressed the human cost of the conflict. Trump's next steps will depend on Putin's decision. Let's listen in to what the US president had to say.
I have no message to President Putin. He knows where I stand, and he'll make a decision one way or the other. Whatever his decision is, we'll either be happy about it or unhappy. And if we're unhappy about it, you'll see things happen.
We're once again joined by Professor Popovsky. Professor, we have seen a roller coaster when it has come to Donald Trump's stance on this conflict. One never knows or can know where he does stand or where his loyalties lie. However, what he has stressed consistently is the fact that lives are constantly being lost in this war. Donald Trump's stance once again seems to have soured towards Vladimir Putin, saying that you'll see things happen if Putin's response is unsatisfactory. What do you make of the US president's stance now on Moscow?
Again, Thomas, it's another comedy to comment. To comment on what Donald Trump said. You expressed it very well, by the way, calling it roller coaster. Nobody knows. Even Donald Trump doesn't know what he means when he talks. But I hope over time, to get serious now, is that there is a growing realization in the White House on what's going on. That Putin is a total liar and cannot be really trusted on any word, on anything. And I hope that realization will bring finally, after 8 months, into some sanctions on Putin. And this should come as soon as possible. Freezing the funds of the Russian, any Russian assets abroad should be frozen. Maybe some other measures like no-fly zone over Ukraine. Again, they shouldn't listen to Putin and Lavrov that they will never accept foreign soldiers. They should simply go ahead without asking any permission. No-fly zone on Ukraine, which means no Russian airplane can fly. It will be shot down by NATO. It should be troops on the ground. It should be freezing all the assets of any Russian oligarch connected to the government. Not every Russian, but the Russians connected to the government. And then possibly even blockade of Kaliningrad. I expect one by one those, and support for Ukraine, military support, as massive as possible. If those 4 or 5 measures do happen over again, not quickly, one by one possibly, exactly because Donald Trump is trying to make himself more important than he is, rather than to reach any peace agreement.
Yeah.
I think hopefully, yes, I would say Donald Trump is important because on one hand, he wants to be like Putin, dictator for life, but he cannot because the system in America, the Congress and the judges will not allow him to do that. So there is some hope that US administration will move to the right direction.
Professor Popovsky, do stay with us as we finalize our updates on this story. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky has said that there are no